All right, we're gonna get started. I want to give all praise to the Most High Yahweh, which the world ignorantly calls God, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Through the precepts, we can get edified and sisters be able to build each other up. So tonight's topic is knowledge is power. Let's regrow our hair. So obviously, y'all, we know we were stripped down spiritually and physically. So to be fully restored, we know we have to hit the spiritual aspect of it, and we got to hit the physical aspect of it. You can't have one without the other. So tonight is a little bit different how we're going to bring the precepts out. I pretty much created a graph, and I just want to show y'all, and then I'll explain it so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna just share my screen with you. Okay, so here is any sisters that may be familiar with the medical plant or the medical field may or may not be. So I'm gonna just kind of give y'all where the inspiration came from, which I believe the Holy Spirit dropped in my spirit at the last minute because I had the whole thing already ready to go, and then this came up. So in the medical field, when we get a new resident in, we evaluate that patient and we find out what's wrong with them. And then we sit down and we come up with a care plan to take care of them, to make them better, and then they get discharged home. So that's where the inspiration and this idea came from, but it's not going to be medical. It's going to be a biblical treatment plan, because we know that the wisdom of the world is foolishness to the Most High. So we're going to get the knowledge and the wisdom of the precepts, how we can be healed and restored back and reverse the curses off the daughters of Zion tonight. So I'm gonna just kind of lead us on here for a second and give sisters time to write down the different columns. So when the precepts is coming out, you know which column that will go under to help everybody get a full understanding of the message tonight. So I'm gonna just wait, and once sisters got everything wrote down, let me know and we can go ahead and move forward. Okay, do everybody got it yet or no?
Almost.
Okay.
I'm kind of slow. Hold on. Almost done. Okay.
Okay.
Everybody ready or not yet?
Ready.
All right. Oh, and also the words here. I don't know if y'all wrote the words down. Restore, ignorance, knowledge, obedience, and health. And then where to find it in the strong. Everybody got it? Sisters ready?
Ready.
Okay, Con. All right. Okay, so we're gonna hit the first word, which was restore, and we're gonna get the meaning behind what that means, and then we'll move on to the next word. So I have a preset with each word. So restore means, you can find it in the Strong's G600, and it means to give back, set up again, original position or condition. So that's what, that's what the children of Israel in general is seeking to return back, to get the restoration of where we came from, to come from out of this captivity and to return back to the Most High and to serve Him with everything inside of us, to keep His commandments in our own land without fear. So ignorance, you can find it in the Greek 5:2, and it means moral blindness. Just like the common sense that you would have to know that right is right and wrong is wrong. Like, don't even have that to distribute what's right and what's wrong. So knowledge, you know what? I didn't write the Strongs down, but I think I put it on the tablet. But knowledge means, I'll put the fear of the Lord, because their definition, sometimes the Edomite definition, it don't match up with the word of the Most High says. So we know knowledge is, you got to fear the Most High to get knowledge. And then obedience is submissiveness, compliance. And then health is to be whole, pure, sound, and basically the original state, normal, what one would call normal, without sickness or disease or curses or any of that. So the first bracket is the medicine. We're going to get the precepts on the medicine, then we're going to get to the treatment, and then we're going to get to the evaluation, and to find out if the scriptures that we're bringing out, if we can apply them to our life, this is where you get your healing from. Because, we can bring out different hair products and different oils and different this and different that, and we've been doing that. And it'll work if you're keeping the Most High law, statutes, and commandments, but like we can't go around His laws and then solely depend on products, to heal us. Because it wasn't the products that cursed us, it was the Most High that cursed us. So we got to get that curse up off of us to be able to be restored and to be healed. So the first precept, which is the medicine, is Psalms 34:8. Now this is the medicine for the healing. Psalms 34:8, and it reads, it said, "Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusts in him." That speaks for itself. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusts in the Most High. So the treatment would be Proverbs 8:35. Or not the treatment, but the treatment, which is the wisdom. It'll be Proverbs chapter 8, verse 35. It says, "For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord." Who is me? Who are we looking for?
Yahushai? Or no, wisdom. Wisdom.
God. So, "For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord." So we know if we find wisdom, we found life. Life is everything, right? It's whole. It's the whole restoration, right? So the evaluation, which is the understanding, would be Job 28:28. So I'm gonna bring out a couple of these, and then on the third dose of medicine, I want sisters to kind of tell me where it should go. Would that be the medicine? Would that be the wisdom? Would that be the understanding, which we're applying to our life to see the change? Or where would it go? Everybody remember what the exacerbation is, right? It literally means you have a problem. The problem is we got cursed, right? Hit with, smite with baldness, scabs at the crown of our head. We were stripped down. So that's the problem. So exacerbation is you did something to make your problem worse, which was maybe transgress the law purposely. And now you're in a condition worse than you was. So that's kind of what that means. So Job 28:28. This is the understanding. It says, "And unto man he said, behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding." So this precept is so simple, but yet many don't comprehend it, because in order to have understanding of these precepts, you have to depart from evil. You have to fear the Lord and keep his commandments. If you still transgressing the law, you don't have understanding. You don't understand these words are going to heal you, because you're still in darkness. And then so the exacerbation would be, and instead of keep saying exacerbation to help sisters out, it literally means I did not hearken. Okay, so just I did not hearken. We didn't hearken to the Most High. And so this is what happened. So Deuteronomy, we know this is the go-to. Deuteronomy 28:15. That's the go-to. That's I did not hearken, and this is what happened. "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." So we know that's what happened to us when we didn't hearken to the voice of the Lord. We didn't keep his law, statutes, and commandments. We thought upon our own ways, made our own decisions, and we went off and we got cursed. So the next dose of medicine. This is the next dose, sisters. 1 John 5:3. First John 5:3. It says, "For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous." That's medicine. That's medicine to our healing. That's medicine to us. Not just to grow your hair back, overall health, overall condition. overall coming out of darkness. That's the medicine. So the wisdom will be Sirach 1:26. If thou desire wisdom, keep the commandments, and the Lord shall give her unto thee. That's the wisdom, y'all. That keeping the Most High commandments. And if you desire wisdom, keep his commandments. Now let's get the understanding. 3 John 1 and 2. It say, beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospers. So in order to even get to this state, to prosper and to be in health, even as your soul prospers, you got to understand that you first got to fear the Most High, keep his commandments, and you will get at that state. It's a process, sisters. Growing our hair back is not overnight. Reversing these curses is not overnight. I was in darkness. I'm 36, by the way. I almost didn't even reveal my age. I'm 36. I was in darkness for 33 years, y'all. And I just came into the light. 33 years of darkness. Them curses don't reverse right away. It takes time. It takes time, you know. It takes time to continue to pull them strongholds off your mind, to be able to put away the things that you're struggling with. Yeah, we love the Lord. Absolutely. That don't mean it's not a struggle sometimes. That don't mean you don't still have spirits on you sometimes. You know, so it's a process. So I just wanted to emphasize it's a process.
Salakia says, can you repeat that the last precept you pulled out, please? About the shop?
That was 3 John 1 and 2.
The water.
So I'm gonna pull out, we're gonna do 3 more sections and then we can break and let Sister Catalina bring out some herbs and stuff that'll help with helping our hair to grow. So the next precept, I'm gonna just call it, if sisters can tell me, would this go under the medicine, which is the knowledge, the treatment, which is the wisdom, the understanding, which is the evaluation, or would it be under exacerbation, which I did not hearken? Deuteronomy 28 and 1.
The medicine.
Sis, you want to read it?
Yes, I will read it. Okay. Deuteronomy 28 and 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I commanded thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. That's the medicine.
That tasted good.
Yes.
That tastes good to sisters. That tastes good to me. That's some good medicine. That's some good medicine, man. And sometimes if the medicine is too strong, you may have to dilute it. You know, when you got the baby, when you have your baby and your baby not feeling well, got some congestion or thrush, that was number one. When they was a baby, they would get thrush on their tongue and on the roof of their mouth. And they would have to take that nice statin liquid, right? But you give it to them, they spit it out. You like, oh, no, you got to take this because this is going to help you. Well, the baby keeps spitting it out. So what you going to do? You're going to figure it out. You're going to dilute it until it tastes good enough for them to taste it. Meaning you can bring the precepts out, but don't shove it down their throat. Let them taste it. The Most High word is good and it tastes good and it's healing. It's healing to our soul and it's healing to our body. All you got to do is just taste it. You'll see. You'll see. We not all on here for no reason. We obviously been tasting this medicine. We've been drinking of the Most High medicine. All right, so the next precept is James 1 and 5. And I'm gonna just grab it really, really quick. And if sisters can tell me, where would this go? So James 1 and 5, and it reads, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask Yahweh that giveth to all men liberally and upbraideth not, and it shall be given to him.
Is that evaluation?
Try again.
Is that the exhortation?
If you
Nope.
lack with treatment,
If anybody like
it's
me.
treatment.
Khan, who said it? Khan.
Terry,
Khan, sis.
it's treatment.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's the treatment, y'all.
Oh,
That's the
if you
treatment.
lack wisdom, that was the
Yeah.
thing.
That's right. That's the key
So
word.
we want that wisdom. We want to gain it, right? Because that's going to be the treatment to what our problem is, right? And I don't want to put this in a box this in, because our only problem is not being smite with baldness and scabs. We have many problems. We need healing for many problems that we have. So let's not box this in just with relearning to grow our hair, but let's apply these precepts to overall healing spiritually and physically. Okay, so the next precept, tell me, where would it fall, sisters? Sirach 38 and 12.
Sorry. 38 and 12.
It says, then give place to the physician, for the Lord hath created him. Let him not go from thee, for thou hast need of him.
Evaluation. I got that one.
God. God says. That's right. Why would that fall under evaluation? Can you explain it? Why would that fall under evaluation?
Well, for me, because God created physicians for a reason. And I guess because he evaluates us, and so he put physicians there to evaluate what we need, what treatment we need, and everything like that. If that's a good description.
And it's giving us instruction. And when we take that instruction, now we understand what we have to do to get rid of this problem. We've gained understanding through the precepts. We just found out through the precepts what we have to do to get rid of our problems, right? So the next one is y'all know what, I should be checking these off so I don't be repeating them. Hold on just a second. Okay, so the next precept would be Sirach 10 and 12. Sisters, where would that fall under? Is it the medicine? Let's bring the precept out first. Sirach 10 and 12.
Beginning of pride.
You can read it, sis. Whoever was reading it, you can read it.
The beginning of pride is when one departeth from God and his heart is turned away from his maker.
So would that be the medicine, which is the knowledge? Would that be the treatment, which is the wisdom? Would that be evaluation, which is understanding? Or exacerbation, saying, I did not hearken?
I did not hearken.
I did not hearken.
So we are making the problem worse because we was given instruction, but we did not hearken. So guess what? We just made our condition that much worse. That much worse. I'm gonna pull a couple more, and then Sister Catalina, you can come on and bring out some, and then we'll get back to this.
Okay.
Let's pull Proverbs 16 and 16 through 17. Do a sister want to read it?
I can read it. Proverbs 16, 16 through 17. How much better is it to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding rather to be chosen than silver? The highway of the upright is to depart from evil. He that keepeth his way preserveth his soul. Mm.
What does that fall under, sisters? Is that medicine, which is the knowledge, treatment, which is the wisdom, evaluation, which is the understanding, or exacerbation? I did not hearken.
Can it be both?
Which
it be-
one you?
Can it be medicine and treatment?
I'm thinking treatment. I'm thinking treatment and evaluation.
Yeah. If
And
you
I'm
would
thinking
choose
treatment.
two, it would definitely fall under them two. I placed that one under understanding, and I'm gonna tell you why. And then Sister Catalina, you tell us why it would be wisdom. So understanding would be 17. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil. He that keepeth his way preserveth his soul. There that instruction go again. So I understand if I depart from evil, guess what? I preserve my soul. I preserve my soul. So I know that that's what I have to do. So Sister Catalina,
Yeah.
kind of expound on why it's wisdom.
Why it's wisdom? Because it's telling you how much, it's comparing it to gold, it's comparing it to silver, something that's sustainable. This right here, if it's better than those two, then that's immeasurable, you know?
That's right. So it can be both. It can literally be both. All right. Genesis 1 and 29, and then Sister Catalina can bring out some of her herbs and stuff, and we'll get back to some more precepts. So Genesis 1 and 29. It says, and Yahweh said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of the tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat.
Medicine.
Is that the medicine? That's the medicine. That's right. That's right. And Sister Catalina, you could go ahead and bring out, them herbs and stuff.
Okay. All right, where do I start? Okay, since we already went through some of the precepts, I'm just gonna go and kind of just dive into what I have out here. So, okay, so we need to understand first and foremost that, like you were mentioning at the beginning of the video, we can't just do something just to benefit one thing. This is not just for hair growth. This is for overall health, because we should want to be healthy from the inside out, and it shouldn't be a temporary thing, it should be a continuously thing. So, okay, so we were touching bases on hair growth, right? Okay. So if we are going to target hair growth specifically, we need to make sure that we are intaking foods that contain vitamin A, B, C, D, and E. So all the vitamins, okay? The whole alphabet. Then we're going to do foods that contain protein. That's where you're going to get your biotin from, okay? Then we look for foods that are high in zinc, ZINC, and that helps repair tissue, okay? It also helps restore like dead cells and stuff like that. It helps fight against any cells that can cause infections. And it's overall just like great just like internally for your organs as well. Another one is, of course, iron. That's our blood builder. And then what else? Oh, and of course, antioxidants. Okay. So I pretty much brought out just like basic stuff that we can get. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys probably already have in your pantry. So one of them would be rosemary. Rosemary looks like this. You can get it fresh or you can get it dried. You can get it in the oil. It stimulates your hair growth, but it reduces inflammation in your organs, your entire body. We were talking about bags under our eyes. A lot of that is because like the small cells, like when you don't get enough sleep and stuff like that, when you overwork something, even doing too much reading can cause bags under your eyes. When you overstimulate something, then that causes it to get inflamed, and that can be damaging. So, but yeah, rosemary stimulates hair growth, reduces inflammation in the body, brings blood flow, circulation to your hair follicles. Okay, so, and then rosemary, like, it's such an easy herb. You can literally, if you don't know what to do with it by now, like throw it in soups, throw it in rice, marinate your meats with it if you're into, you know, eating meats and whatnot. Or just boil it, make a tea out of it. That's usually how I do most of my herbs anyways, you know, with a little bit of lemon and a little bit of honey, and you're good to go. So there's that. Okay, and that's, I'm gonna do the herbs first. Another one is cinnamon. Cinnamon, you can get it in a bark or you can get it in a powder. Cinnamon, what that does, again, blood circulation. It contains a lot of antioxidants. It helps fight any of those free radicals that can damage your cells, your natural cells. So when those cells are damaged, of course, then we get all these problems, you know. So I have cinnamon for that, and cinnamon is in the Bible. So where I learned how to like what to intake, I literally went and tried to research our diet in the Bible. Okay, so a lot of these products are named in here. So, and we'll get to some of those precepts. I can show you guys where I found them and whatnot. Okay, so any questions?
I have one. I got one question.
Okay.
This is in reference to the zinc. So you know how when we buy the vitamins, they have different, I guess, levels, like 500, 1,000, and 2,000. So you said high in zinc. So we want to get the one that has the highest amount, amount.
Yes, but
okay.
Right, but be careful with those, because remember, too much of anything, it's bad. From what I learned is, I'm not going to speak too much on the vitamins, because to be honest, I don't take any vitamins. I don't take any supplements like that. Like I mentioned before, I eat all my stuff. Too much zinc, believe it or not, can cause your hair to fall out. So you want to make sure that any dosages that you are intaking, balance them out. Okay, balance them out. Don't always go for the highest because, I'm going to get the most of it. No, sometimes that may not be beneficial for you. So, so right now I'm just doing the herbs, and these are going to be for like your antioxidants, your iron, your vitamins A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, so all these herbs are going to have a little bit of that. Hibiscus, I talked about hibiscus before, and that is high in vitamin C. Okay, and it has a lot of good amino acids. Hibiscus is good for your liver. Okay, if you have good liver health, then it's like a pretty much overall bonus for your entire body. So it also prevents cancer. Healthy liver, healthy organs, healthy skin, healthy nails, healthy hair, all of that. Okay, so stinging nettle. Stinging nettle, it's another herb. I don't have it with me because I did run out, but stinging nettle, it was used a lot by the Native Americans. And if you guys know a lot about the Native Americans here in America, they had beautiful, luscious hair. Okay, hair was like, it's like that's like their spiritual connection. Well, a lot of them, you know, to the Most High, to our higher power.
Excuse me, Sister Catalina.
Yes.
Can you spell that?
Stinging nettle? Yes, STINGING, and then nettle, NETTLE.
Okay.
And you
Okay.
can find, if you go on Amazon, you can find all these things in different forms. Stinging nettle, you can buy it in oil. You can mainly find it in like a dry herb. Okay, and that's kind of what I've used before, the dry herb. So it helps with the, again, vitamins for your hair, vitamins for your skin, vitamins for your nails. It actually helps produce natural oils for your hair, and it stimulates hair growth. Now, the cool thing about stinging nettle is you can boil it with, make sure you use purified water. You can boil it and add a little bit to your shampoo if you want to take it in topically, because it does have like a weird taste, you know, for those who are sensitive to taste. A lot of these herbs, you could just boil them and add a little bit to your shampoo or your conditioner, your mask. If you have mask, keep it like in a little container like this. So this is kind of like what I did with one of the grains. And I kind of just use this, like I put it in whatever I want to use it for. So if I want to use it for like a facial toner, mist, or like I said, I've added to my shampoo sometimes, so I could just have it in there. And you want to use, if you are going to make it in liquid form, you want to add a little bit of, like a couple drops of tea tree oil, just so that like it'll create a lot of bacteria. That's why we use the purified water, because regular faucet water has a lot of, you know, bad stuff in it. So questions? I know I'm kind of going kind of fast because I don't want to take too much time. Okay. So stinging nettle is high in vitamin A, C, K, and B. Okay, so it has calcium and iron in it as well. So it's very potent, very powerful. Let's see, what else? Peppermint. I've talked about peppermint before. What else? Okay, so that's kind of what I have for like the herbs and stuff that I pulled out. Again, that's your rosemary, hibiscus, stinging nettle, cinnamon. Okay.
Salakia, sis, I want to show something if I can.
Yes.
Okay, let me try to get this camera together. And of course, my light went out, guys, so don't judge me. All right, let me know if you guys can see this. Can you see the herbs? I just did this past week, so it was definitely meant for me to continue to be on here.
Beautiful.
Yep, and fenugreek is great for hair as well, as what I just found out. But water, that's a detox. Of course, we know we have to detox, you know, especially once we change our eating habits. That way we can, you know, get back on track like we're supposed to. And then they also have the bitters, which is in the Bible, of course, the living bitters, moringa, the black seed, the soursop, and that's multiple herbs in one already in a liquid form. You just take, you know, 2 teaspoons a day. And I don't know if you can read all of this, but that tells you all the so-called, you know, health conditions and diseases that it helps to cure. So this is just what I've been doing. You know, you put the herbs inside the strainer on the inside, and you can make your teas, like Sister said, or you can just, you know, mix them with anything. But I just wanted to share that with you guys.
That's beautiful. I love that. No praises. Okay, so now let's get into your protein. So that would be, protein has, that's where you would find your biotin. So your biotin. Proteins, you can get fruits that are high in biotin are bananas. Now, there's like different types of bananas, but the ones that are higher in biotin are your plantains. So it's like the big ones that are like this, like really thick, and they're either green You see them kind of green before they kind of soften it up or whatnot. And we call them plátano maduro. And then they're kind of like hard. So I don't know if any sisters have ever had them before.
Yes, I have.
And an easy way to intake that is you could fry them up with a little bit of oil. Then you add your cinnamon, your clove, a little bit of brown sugar, and it is delicious. So either fry it up with a little bit of butter or a little bit of olive oil. Another one that is high in both protein and zinc and vitamin B are egg yolks. Now, I'm not a fan of eating them raw, but I know that if you eat them, of course, raw, you intake more of the nutrients. I just either boil them or cook them. But egg yolks, however way you want to have them, those are high in protein, zinc, and vitamin B, and there goes that biotin in that. What else do I have? Oh, sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes have biotin. I did not know this. So sweet potatoes, and of course, there's numerous ways of cooking those. You could just boil them and then, just flavor them with whatever spices you want. Okay, so now let's get into some greens. We have cauliflower, broccoli, honestly, any green beans, spinach, kale, all those are gonna have both biotin and zinc. So there's that. And then we need the zinc to grow and repair again, like the tissues, like especially like if you have like dandruff, that's why they always say, oh, get a shampoo that has zinc in it, right? But if you are already internally taking a lot of these nutrients, then that kind of balances that out, So there's that. And then for more biotin, I put down legumes, lentils, chickpeas, black beans, red beans, edamame, and soy. Soybeans is mostly what they extract biotin from. So soybeans, those are, again, high. Okay, so those, you have your biotin in those, you have your vitamin C, vitamin D, and vitamin E. So I have those for legumes. And then again, lentils, I don't know if sisters are familiar with how lentils work. There's these here. And then, okay, so lentils. I also have down quinoa. I'm sure people know how quinoa looks like. But quinoa also has zinc in it, and you want to get mostly like the red, like the darker ones. Like you see the red and the browns. Those are the ones that are higher in the zinc. Why, I don't know, but found that one out. What else? Any questions? I feel like I'm just like,
no, keep going.
Okay, so again, high in biotin, you want your eggs, sweet potatoes, all your legumes, lentils, chickpeas, black beans, red beans, edamame beans, soybeans, okay? That's what you're gonna get a lot of your biotin from. Let's move on to greens. Greens are high in zinc as well as vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin E. I have kale, mustard greens, dandelion, fenugreek leaves. So we see fenugreek mainly like as the seed. This is how it looks if you cook it. It looks grainy, kind of like wild rice. There's that. And then, again, you can extract it into a liquid form. What else? And that stimulates hair growth as well, like sister said, but not just that, does amazing things for your skin. If your skin is inflamed, what else? Okay, Now, you don't always have to buy it in the seed, though. I had mentioned before that you can buy it in the herb as well. And I don't know if sisters are familiar with eating fenugreek seeds or just fenugreek, period.
Mm-hmm.
It has that pungent taste, that really like bitter taste that you sometimes can't ignore. But if you get them in the herbs, it's really subtle, so you can't really taste it, and it has the same benefits. So that's that for using as well.
Question.
What else?
Question.
Yes.
What was that again, Sister Catalina?
Fenugreek. Fenugreek. You spell it Fenugreek, I believe.
Okay, thank
And
you.
you can find it in the grain, like in the seeds, or you can find it in like a dry herb.
Thank you.
I got a question.
Yes.
So I found out that broccoli was man-made. Is that true? It's a lot of fruits that's man-made and vegetables.
Yeah, most of them are. Not just that, they're just grown with a bunch of GMOs nowadays. But even if you buy organic, doesn't necessarily mean that it's organic. But that's what we should always be praying before we eat, before we intake anything. We should always be praying and ask the Most High to cleanse it, because everything here is defiled. I have heard that broccoli is man-made. I tend to eat more of like cauliflower. My kids don't really care for broccoli, but preference, But yeah, I mean, that's totally up to you, if you want to have it or not,
And to go along with that, the main purpose of the green leafy vegetables is basically the chlorophyll, and the chlorophyll gives the vegetables the green color, just like with the the plants outside, the trees and the leaves. So that's what you're really striving for when you eat the greens. Of course, you want to get the fresh ones, if not frozen, of course, not the can, but you really want the chlorophyll. They do have a liquid chlorophyll that you could get from like the vitamin shop and GMC and stuff like that. I don't know how good it is. It's just 100% chlorophyll. I actually use it. And chlorophyll has a lot of good benefits. It's also a deodorizer. So if you consume it like the liquid form, for anyone who has like for guys who sweat a lot, it helps with the underarms, so you don't have to use all the aluminum in a deodorant. It can help with foot odor, breath odor, things like that. It's just a deodorizer. And you notice when you go to the bathroom, it comes out green and there's no smell, which is also a plus. So that's basically, that's basically what you would eat the green vegetables for, even though, like she said, they are man-made and GMO. You just want that chlorophyll from it.
Now the chlorophyll, it's it like a tincture? What is it? Like, is it an oil?
It's a liquid, and you can't taste it. The one I have, it tastes like water and peppermint. Like you put a peppermint in a cup of water, that's what it tastes like. And it's green. You just put a teaspoon, I think it's 1 teaspoon, in like an 8-ounce bottle of water, and you just shake it and you just drink the water like you normally would. So it's just an ice cold bottle of water, but it just has a hint of peppermint in it, and it's green. So you got to be careful because it does stain. But other than that, that's it. You could just Google it if you want. It's liquid chlorophyll, and you'll be able to see it.
It sounds like a good detox too.
Yes. Chlorophyll,
Funny
Sony 7. Actually, I have a bottle in my refrigerator. Let me get it. I can show you.
But it's funny that you mentioned that it stings, because I tried to do like natural deodorants on myself, but I tried the cinnamon oil one time, and oh my goodness, that stuff is so potent. It like burned me, like it literally created a rash, and I was like, never again. I'm just gonna eat it and drink it, because some of these stuff, like some of these oils are really potent.
Sorry about that. I think I lost service going downstairs. Hold on, let me try to turn this light on so I can show you guys. All right. think it's showing backwards, but
Okay.
Okay.
liquid
Okay.
chlorophyll. I don't know how to make it mimic the screen.
And that is a natural ingredient, correct? Or is it like a blend of things?
The only thing in here is the chlorophyll, and it says it has copper for the chlorophyll, and then, yeah, just copper.
The water says,
But you see how it's just all the green on the bottle, like no matter how careful you try to be, it just gets everywhere. So your
Yeah.
hands will be green.
oh,
Mhm.
And this bottle lasts a long time because it's only 1 teaspoon, which is 5 milliliters, in an 8-ounce cup of water or juice, it says.
Okay.
Ah,
okay, so I also have, okay, so I found seeds that contain, okay, so seeds have antioxidants, it has healthy fatty acids, fatty oils, and a couple of those that I found that have the highest in, again, the vitamins that we're looking for, which are the A, B, C, D, and E, as well as the biotin, as well as the zinc, are sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, mustard seeds, and hemp seeds. Hemp seeds look like these, and these are delicious, you guys. Like, they're kind of like nutty, but not like overwhelming. And then you can just throw those literally in everything. Like, I'll make them with white rice, or I'll do like, I'll throw them in my oatmeal with my with like just, the hearty grains. Sometimes if you're into protein shakes or smoothies, you could throw those in there. The taste of those are really subtle. High in biotin, so, and then again, it also has omega fatty acids as well. And then what else? I think that's all I got for, I think that's all I got for now. So just a couple of things. Now, if you do not know how to utilize a lot of like your grains, or maybe you're just bored of just like eating just like your basic stuff, you want to switch it up a little bit, there are some great products that have a lot of these things. This right here is one of my favorites. So see, these have a lot of your legumes. It has your soybeans, it has your red quinoa, your corn, your fenugreek in there. It has chickpeas, wild rice, and your oats. Okay, like it. And it's perfect because we know that the Passover is coming up and we can have any yeast in the house. This has no yeast, and this is perfect for unleavened bread. This is what I utilize to make my unleavened bread. So options like these are great. You can make tortillas, you can pretty much make whatever. Sometimes I'll make pancakes with it, believe it or not, and it has, it's not like, you can hardly taste a lot of like those strong grains like the fenugreek and like even your wild rice. That's a little grainy, but
so how do you make, you said you make your unleavened bread, you make your unleavened bread, how do you make it? You mix it with flour or what?
Salakiam, my dog's. Okay, so I do a little bit of water. And I just do olive oil, a little bit of salt, and then whatever herbs I want to just like mix in it. It's kind of like flour, like regular flour, but it's a healthier flour because a lot of it contains the wheat in there. So it has no white flour. It's just made out of like the hearty grains and legumes. So that's and I just mix it with a little bit of water, depending on your portion, a little bit of water and a little bit of olive oil, and then again, whatever spices and herbs you want in that as well. So
that's a powder form that you just showed us?
It's a flour, yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay.
Now a lot of these like things like this, and then like the fenugreek and just like different things, I find at ethnic stores, it's hard to find them at like regular stores like Walmart and Target and or just sometimes they have those special sections. But your grocery stores, like I literally got this at a Mediterranean shop where they do like a lot of like halal meats, and which is a proper order of like how you're supposed to cut an animal and stuff like that. I find them there, or I'll find them at the Ishmaelite stores. But for greens, if you want to have your leeks, your fenugreek, your dill, cilantro, like an all in all one for soups is something like this. So it has a lot of the dry herbs, and they're all already in there. And you just kind of like, it just makes it easy, to just throw in whatever you want. I highly suggest, like, get creative with it. We should be having fun, like exploring, like, you know what I'm saying? Like just like overall this new way of like, it's not just our lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? It's spiritually, physically, mentally, like all in all, like we should be having fun with this new journey. We should be wanting to eat better. We should be wanting to feel good inside. So again, like it's not just for the benefits like of like the outer appearance, but most importantly like you're in internally. What else? But yeah, so so if this is something, like, because I know like it's kind of hard to come up with recipes or not, but I always just say get crafty with it. Just add it and like to whatever you're cooking, try something new with it. There's endless possibilities, but definitely like, so you don't get lazy with it. If it is something that you're going to switch up, then like meal prep it, like make it like where you can utilize it like in many different ways. For example, the fenugreek, I just boiled that today, and then I made it also in liquid so that I don't get lazy and I actually use it. Because like if it's just sitting in your cabinet, I mean, sometimes we get lazy and we just want to just make whatever is easy. But if you have it already handy, then it's ready to go. Why not just utilize it? One of our foremothers meal prepped. Do any sisters know who that was?
You say our foremother did what?
One of our foremothers meal prepped. Like she meal prepped, like she gathered things in advance and stuff.
It was only one of them that did that?
No, a lot of them, but really like, no, a lot of them did, but I really like her because she was specific, you know what I mean? And we talk about her a lot. So Judith.
I was gonna say Judith.
Yeah.
That was just a guess. I didn't know.
Judith, you find in the book of Judith, chapter 10, verse 5, where she said, then she gave her maid a bottle of wine and a cruse of oil and filled a bag with parched corn and lumps of fig and with fine bread. So she folded all her things together and laid them upon her because the meat was defiled. You know what I'm saying? They were eating strange flesh and just all kinds of nastiness. So, and you know me, I love the scripture that says everything's for inspiration. So definitely, get some inspiration from Judith, meal prep in advance. Really benefit from it. So, and then a lot of these things that we talked about are in the scriptures as well. So I just wanted to bring out a couple, Ezekiel chapter 4 and 9. It says 4 and 9. Okay. Take thou also unto thee wheat and barley and beans and lentils and millet and fitches, and put them on one vessel, and make thee bread thereof according to the number of the days that thou shalt lie upon thy side. 319 days shalt thou eat thereof. So if it's in the scriptures, must be good for you, And Esau loves their Ezekiel bread. Are you guys familiar with like the products that have that Ezekiel 4 and 9 on this.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Ezekiel bread and whatnot. Yeah. So, and then again, a lot of these are already in this powder. So we just gotta find the products and have fun with them, you know? I always say definitely take inspiration from the Bible. If it's in here, it must be good for us. So
That's right.
one more, Genesis 43 and 11. Okay. So like, yeah, my dogs are going crazy.
Genesis 43
and 11.
okay.
And it reads, and their father Israel said unto them, if it must be so now, do this, take of the best fruits in the land in your vessel and carry down the man a present, a little balm and a little honey, spices, myrrh, nuts, and almonds. So, you know, just like a couple, I mean, basically, you know, we get like, if we want to like feel good from the inside, we got to eat those things that are good for us. And there's a lot of stuff here that, you know, that the Most High did already, you know, wrote for us. So with that said, any questions? I'm pretty much done. I know I went on a little rant for a little bit.
No, that was all good information, sis.
Okay.
The water. So since we are talking about, I'm gonna just bring out a couple of things that I use for hair growth that I take by mouth. A couple of them I shared in the last video, and then some I did not. So this is called Msm Powder. I don't know how many sisters are familiar with this. Y'all, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce the name. Methyls, sulfur. Basically, this is organic sulfur. So, you know, like your sulfur 8, this is organic sulfur, and it's literally, I'm gonna open it so y'all can see it. It's literally, it's a powder. It looked like salt. I know y'all probably can't see that.
Okay, see.
See?
It
It literally looked like salt. Y'all, when I tell y'all this stuff is potent, if anybody ever took sulfur by mouth, you know, like, cause sulfur, I actually had took it like right before we came into this truth, because I was breaking out really, really bad with acne. So I had went to the health store and I was trying to find out what I could use to help my skin to get better. And they were saying sulfur, if you just take sulfur, basically it'll cleanse your body out and stuff. Y'all, I took that sulfur pill. I don't even remember what the dose was, but I'm telling y'all, as soon as I swallowed it, I gagged it right back up. That's how powerful sulfur is. So you have to, for real, dilute this stuff. And like, I mix it in my tea. So like when I put it in my tea, daily, I'll keep the residue of like my Moringa, my Fenugreek, and whatever else I add to my tea, I'll keep that in there and put hot, fresh water, you know, so I'm not wasting none of my herbs and stuff. But this stuff, I add it like every other day or every 3 days, because that's how powerful it is. But I'm gonna give y'all some benefits of this. It's bomb for hair growth. When I tell y'all it's bomb for hair growth, like your hair grow crazy. If any sisters like I still do. I use sulfur 8. I don't know how many sisters still use that. It's a real old throwback grease that I got raised up off of, but I still use it. But it grow your hair like crazy. It's like 10 times more potent than that stuff. Like this really grow your hair. But I'm gonna just bring out a couple. I'm gonna bring out a couple benefits real quick. Let me see if I saved it to my thing before I share my screen to see if I got it on here. Yeah, I got it on here. So I'm gonna share my screen with you real quick. All right. Okay, so here it is. So SMS powder is really good for like connective tissues, like arthritis, joint pain, stuff like that. So as y'all can see, like the kind that I got, like I said, is organic. It literally is an organic sulfur and it's blended down into like a grain, but it helps with joint pain. It decreases joint pain. It helps with inflammation. It also helps with the recovery of reducing muscle damage and stress. So like for people that work out a lot, that's kind of how I got hip to this stuff, y'all, because like I told y'all, I was like a workout junkie. I stayed in the gym. But this stuff helped heal your muscles quicker, naturally, without having to take like that whey protein stuff, you know, that unnatural stuff. This helped with healing your muscles and stuff. And it relieves stress. We already said it helps with the arthritis, stiffness. I didn't have problems with any of this stuff, but it's very beneficial for, you know, people that do have problems with joint pain, arthritis, swelling, any of that stuff. Let me see what else. It can boost the immunity, overall immunity, because, you know, it helps restore your cells, your tissues. So we know that alone like causes your immunity to build up and become stronger. It helps with strengthening the keratin. So basically nail growth, your skin, and like I said, it's bomb for hair growth. So that's kind of why I end up, and it say it also may help with cancer fighting properties, you know, because we intake a lot of foods, you know, that Esau is giving to us. That you know, they selling us cancer chickens and turkeys that got cancer, and you know what I'm saying, just doing stuff to the food to try to make it sick. But like this right here helps fight that off. And it's all natural, like I said. That's pretty much it. Let me go back. Was everybody able to see the screen?
Yes, question.
Yeah.
If we just beginning to take that, are we gonna start beginning? And you said how potent it is. How much, I mean, what should we start out with? Like
I take a pinch, because when I tell y'all it's potent, let me see the recommended dose on. I don't follow the recommended dose. Like I said before, when I start taking like herbs and stuff that's new to my body, I don't follow their directions. I literally take a little bit and I see how my body react to it and see how my body respond to it. But on here it say take a half a teaspoon. I don't even take that. I take literally a little bitty pinch. And then after being on it, I go like a week without it. You know what I'm saying? Allow my body to get back to its natural state without taking anything. That's like the fenugreek, the moringa, like whatever it is that I'm putting in my tea or I'm taking by mouth. I kind of stop for like a week and I allow my body to just do what it do, and then you get back on it. You know what I'm saying? Because too much of anything is not good for you, no matter what it is. But so that's kind of what I do with that. Now, I have seen sisters, like natural sisters that's trying to grow their hair. They would take like a teaspoon of this or a tablespoon of this, and they would mix it in a shea butter. You know what I'm saying? And just apply it to your hair. You can do that too. Now that's different if it's not going inside your body. If you just put it on your hair, that's different. But y'all, when I tell y'all this is good for hair growth, it's bomb for hair growth. It's bomb for it, make it thick. Y'all know what sulfurate do. You can feel that tingling on the scalp. It feels really good. So that's one thing I use. I already shared with you about the fenugreek. If you do get these, so I'm trying to get like Sister Catalina. I don't have all them foods that I be eating, and I don't buy all that stuff, but I'm working on it. You know, after the last video, I went and ante up on a whole lot of different herbs and stuff. So I just kind of dash into the food and eat it like that. But if you do decide to get the capsules, make sure it's the vegetarian. Like if you can see that, it say vegan. These are the vegan capsules. And I already told y'all what this is good for. This is really good for hair growth. Like I said, it increased the milk production in women that's lactating or breastfeeding, new moms and stuff. It also increases the libido because it balances out the hormones and stuff. So it just kind of make everything like it should be naturally. you know, we depleted from that because we don't eat right. We don't eat right. Even when we try to eat right, they're doing stuff to the food, so we don't have it all in our diets. So I didn't show this last time, but this is called Maca Powder. Now, I've been on and off of this for a long time, about 4 years. This stuff is really good for like balancing your hormone. They use this outside the country, y'all. This is like, what's the word, Sister Catalina? Because you know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to use a different word.
Aphrodisiac.
Yes, there you go. That's what this is for, y'all. Like,
I was scared to say it.
I have a confession. I'm telling you, that is like my liquid gold because I opened up to sisters about being I'm like in menopause because I just think Esau did something wrong with me. But that stuff right there is potent. Okay, potent. I have it in a mixture right here as well. With Moringa.
So I have a little health store here that I go to, and you can get it from a health store. Don't go to what is that? GNC? What is?
Yeah.
Don't. That's not really a natural store, y'all. That's a whole bunch of other stuff. So go to an actual natural store that has 100% natural herbs and stuff there. That's where I got mine from. And y'all, this thing lasts a long time.
What's the name of it?
This called Maca Gold. So it's like, it's a little more potent than a regular kind.
Okay.
See that?
Sis, if I may add to that, when you're dealing with powders, make sure that you guys also taper off at least a week or two to let your body, because Maca, Moringa, Fenugreek, those are, it balances out your hormones, but too much of it can literally give you headaches. And I know that because I've experienced it, and it can also cause bloating. So make sure with anything, taper off a little bit.
That's what I was just saying. Like, winging yourself off, go completely without anything for like a week and let your body get back to its natural state. But with the Maca powder, you can literally put it in you can put it in shakes, smoothies, tea, cereal, salad, dressings, yogurt, pancakes. So like if y'all make pancakes in the morning, just take a little teaspoon, tablespoon, put it in your batter, mix it up, and eat your Maca pancakes. Like, this stuff is good, but it is good for hair growth too, which I kind of stumbled across that because that's not really why I had got this, but I found out it's really good for hair growth.
Well, what did you get it for, sis?
Don't you worry about it. I got it to help balance out everything. All right, you play so much. Okay, so the next one is Moringa. I shared this on the last video. This stuff, y'all, this is a superfood. It's organic. Man, this is bomb for everything. Literally, like overall health. Like I said before, like a lot of the stuff that I'm literally reiterating what Sister Catalina already brought out, because she brought out everything that you can eat by mouth. But like, I don't buy a lot of stuff that you can eat like that. So I kind of grab the powders and the stuff that I could take with me and still get it inside of me. So I already showed y'all, and I'm not about to tip this and spill this, but I showed y'all it's like a green powder form. And I'm gonna just read off, let's see. So, and I don't think I brought this out last time. This Maca powder, it helps to, or not Maca powder, but the Moringa, it helps to alkaline the body back. You know what I'm saying? Because the foods that we eat, a lot of them are very acidic, and acidic causes mucus to build up in the body. So if we eating all these foods that's highly acidic, you got to understand that like that's not good for your body. It's literally building up mucus in your body. So this stuff helps you get back to your natural state. So when was the last time a sister touched somebody and shocked them? You know, when we was little, we would touch and shock somebody. And touch them.
I do it all the time. That's me.
I know you do, because all that greenery and how you eat. See that, y'all?
Literally, when I kiss my husband, he goes like that first.
All praises, man.
works.
All praises to the
It
Most
works.
High. You know why? That means your body is, I ain't trying to get all personal, but I don't know if you check your pH balance to see like where you are, but I'm pretty sure if that's happening when you touch somebody, that means your body is like very alkalytic, which is very good. That means you're very healthy. So this stuff helps with that. It gives you crazy energy. It supports the immune system. It increases strength and stamina. Boosts your nutritional energy levels, like everything that, all of that stuff, majority of that stuff she was saying as far as greenery, it's in here. It's just grounded down. That's why they call it a superfood. So it's loaded with minerals and vitamins, and it's really good for hair growth and just supplements. Like you can just drink this with a tea. I be fooling them. Like, I don't know how many sisters eat breakfast. I don't eat breakfast in the morning. And I think it's kind of like a bad habit that I got into years ago. But come to find out, it was really beneficial not to eat breakfast in the morning, because you don't need it. Like, you need your body to just kind of level out and do its own thing, and then eat around 12, 1 o'clock if you can. But when I tell y'all, we fasted, and I call it fasting because it wasn't really purposely fasting, but we would go work out. Me and my Lord would go work out for like 3 or 4 hours straight on an empty stomach. And we did this, when I tell y'all years, 10, 15 years, we didn't eat. So that's why I said we kind of got in that bad habit of not eating, but coming to find out, like, it was very beneficial. You know what I'm saying? But this stuff, the point is, it's like a supplement. This will make you full. Like, you drink it with your tea, and because it's a superfood, it'll make you full for hours. Like, if you're trying to just kind of wing off breakfast, or you kind of trying to just shift down on your weight a little bit or get healthier, like, replace this with your breakfast in the morning. Leave them fried eggs and them sunny side eggs alone, them pancakes and waffles and stuff in the morning. You don't need all that. You don't need all that.
Before we move on from the Moringa, I want to also mention a couple things about it. Northern Kingdom, we use it a lot to help fight against any like ovarian cysts, like any cysts that can grow around your ovaries. And then it helps reduce water weight, like if you just have too much fluid in your body. And then it does amazing things on the female reproductive system. So I'm just going to throw it out there. It helps with the female reproductive system. So
that's right. Absolutely. And overall, like, if your body is caught up on all your nutrients, minerals, and vitamins, everything is going to work how it should work. You know what I'm saying? The foods that they're giving us and serving us is to make us sterile. It's to decrease your libido. It's to mess up your hormones. It's to throw everything off of whack, man. You know? So, like, we returning back to what the scriptures are saying about the herbs and stuff. Return back to 100% herbs and superfoods and powders and minerals and vitamins and all that, however you can get it, the rawest form that you can get it in. Like, this is still raw. Like, Sister Catalina got her leaves, and this is just as raw and as pure. It's just grounded down it's grounded down in the powder form. But as far as mouth, that's just about all I take by mouth to help, like, with overall health, energy, and hair growth. Now, going into like the hair alone, sisters, through ignorance, I would spend, I don't know, $60, $75 a month, maybe.
Probably like this.
So that might not sound like a lot, but that's a lot when you spending it every single month on hair products. And I'm telling y'all why I did this. I will go get the newest brands that so-called is bomb for your hair, to help. Y'all see this? Look, I put a lot of moisture, and it's still looking a little bit dry. I could not find a product to moisturize my hair for nothing. And you know what I did? I switched over to shea butter. That's all I use. I don't use none of that store-bought stuff, that stuff that they mix in, the main line, the Shea Moisture. What other product, sisters, is it? I don't buy that stuff.
Yeah, they have Botanica, I believe. That was a little bit cleaner.
As I Am, is that the name of it? I Am, As I Am. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's supposed to be like a natural product, As I Am or whatever. All that stuff that say it's 100% natural for the hair, that's a lie. The same way we gotta check the ingredients for the pork, we gotta check the ingredients on the hair products, because what we fail to realize is they're putting all these bad things in our hair products to make our hair fall out. It's drying it out, and we know our hair, it needs moisture. It needs moisture, or it's going to break off. Can you mute your I don't know who that is, but can you mute your mic, please? But basically, it breaks off your hair because of these alcohols that they're putting inside our hair products, and we don't understand. I just spent $17 on this hair moisturizer, and I just put it in my hair an hour ago, and my hair drier and more stripped than it was before I put it in there. I could not understand it, y'all. It was ignorant. And this is before I came into the truth. I'm just like, what in the, why can't I get my hair to be moisturized? Man, because the stuff they putting in there is put in there to dry it out and break off. So I wanted to just share a video real quick, sisters. Because I found it.
Sorry, sis. Sorry, not to cut you off. I'm sorry. No, because I know you're talking about chemicals and things of that nature. So like, besides the oils, you know, what about shampoos too? Because, you know, that's where the chemical. So what is it? Just water?
No.
Go ahead, sis. Go ahead. And then I'll say what I do.
So like, you really, there is a lot of natural shampoos you can make yourself, but there are some decent brands. Like when you're dealing with products, you really want to just focus on the more minimal, the better. If it's already this long, okay, you got to drop that, you know, but you literally just need like less is more. Like I'm telling you, it's real. Look for shampoos that have yucca. Yucca is like a plant. It's YUCCA. Yucca. Anything that has tea tree, they have tea tree shampoo. Again, a lot of the stuff is going to say that, you know, oh, it's natural until you read the back. So I always say read the back and really do your research. They have aloe vera shampoo. You know, as far as conditioner goes, I don't put it in my hair. I just deal strictly with natural oils. Again, like I could probably name 3 that I just use for my hair, and that's it. But avoid any like conditioners that pair up well with the shampoo, because honestly, that causes a lot of breakage in your hair. Not just that, it causes up your follicles and it causes hair loss. So avoid conditioners, and those are the ones that have like the most gink of stuff in it. So, oh, and there's hyssop. Hyssop is in the Bible. That's what the Most High said for us to cleanse ourselves with. They make hyssop shampoo. So there's a lot of like varieties of things that you can use that are on the natural side. But then again, they are pricey. You could make them yourself. You could do hair rinses and all that too. So you just got to get crafty with it, you know?
Sis.
Thank you, sis. Let's spell hyssop real quick. I'm sorry. Hyssop? How do you spell that?
Oh, hyssop.
Is it how it sounds?
I think it's
HYSOP or SSOP, I believe.
Yeah.
SOP, hyssop. Okay.
So
and you,
sis.
No, go ahead, Sister Zad. I think you said you had some stuff too. I'm sorry.
As far as shampoo and conditioner. So if your hair look anything like mine, very thick and hard to moisturize, I haven't used shampoo for 4 years. 4 years. Conditioner, no, I don't use it. I don't use it. And I'm like, judge me if you want to, but hey, it's been working for me, because the stuff that they're putting in this shampoo and conditioner, y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, is to keep us without hair. It's to keep us without hair. So what I slowly started to find out is when I went to the European shampoos and conditioners, they was, I would say 65% better than ours, because they had lesser alcohols and lesser bad products in their shampoo and conditioners than what was in ours. So I stopped using the shampoo and conditioner that was predominantly for the so-called minority, if you get my gist. And then so I started going to these expensive shampoos and conditioners for the Europeans. And I noticed the change and I'm like, okay, it's a little better, but I still got a lot of, like, my hair is still really dry. And 4 years ago, y'all, I cut out shampoos, conditioners. I don't use them in my hair. When I shower, first of all, I wash my hair every 30 days if it needs it. And if it don't need it, I'm going about a month and a half to 2 months before I wash my hair. And I'm gonna tell y'all why.
Sis.
I went from washing my hair, because, like, I don't know if sisters remember when it was trending real big. Oh, co-wash your hair. So co-washing, you wash your hair with cold water with a deep conditioner and you co-wash your hair, right? So this is when this little natural movement was going on, when sisters wanted to get their curls and coils popping. They would get in the shower and they would do a co-wash with cold water and deep conditioner. I was doing that and I'm like, oh, my curls is going, hair still dried out. And I'm just like, this ain't working for me. So when I cut out shampoos and conditioner, y'all, I started to see a change in my hair, my thickness. The shaft of my hair wasn't like, the shaft of my hair, and I purposely left it out for a reason. There's no like stringy, it don't look raggedy on the ends. I don't cut my hair. I do not cut my hair, y'all. I stopped using shampoos and conditioners because I realized not only was it making my hair dried out, but like it was stripping all the moisture that I did have in my hair. So I was washing out all the good minerals and stuff that was in my hair that I needed in my hair to help hold the moisture. These shampoos and conditioners were stripping it out. So I left that alone. And when I left that alone, I noticed I was keeping a little moisture in my hair, but still was buying all them hair products that was damaging my hair because it was drying it out. And y'all, it only took when I came into this truth and I started to repent and started to confess and acknowledge my sins. And I know sisters like, I don't want to hear that, but hear it, sister, because it's the truth. Hear it. I started keeping the commandments, and I'm trying to tell y'all, through keeping these commandments, wisdom, our mother, started to lead, guide, and instruct me on how to take care of my hair, y'all. Only then is when I seen the ignorance started to fall off of me when it came to my hair. So I end up turning to, I got a little baggie here. Y'all, ain't no jewelry up in here, okay? This is a bag with my stuff in it. I know this is a jewelry bag. Ain't no jewelry up in here. I'm just gonna show y'all the products that I use. Very simple, very basic. Everything's 100%. I don't use no whole lot of products in my hair. Don't call me ghetto neither, but this is my shea butter. So what I do is I buy a brick and then I break the bricks down and I put them in little baggies and then I go through the bags and use them until it's gone. But this is 100% is grade A shea butter. This is where I moisturize my hair with. I use shea nut oil. Y'all can see that. So literally it's the oil that comes from this. It's 100%. I use my avocado oil. It's 100%. And then a couple of other oils I'm out right now, like jojoba oil, castor oil. And my hair thick anyways, but you know, castor oil, it helps the thickness of your hair. Like if you got thin hair and you suffering with thin hair, or you don't have hair around your edges, castor oil, just rub it in there. Also black seed oil. And black seed oil is good for acne too. But you just rub it around the edges of your hair and your hair grow back. Olive oils, I use that off and on, depending on, like, if I don't have none of the oils in my go-to, I'll use olive oil. Coconut oil is really good to detangle your hair, but that's not my go-to oil. I don't really mess with it like that unless I don't have another type of oil. And I say that because, like I said, wisdom will teach you and show you what your hair likes and what your hair don't like. Now, when I started using coconut, I felt like my moisture was not lasting in my hair. So I just stopped using it. Like now my daughter, she can use it and it worked amazing on her hair. It don't work on my hair like that. So I stopped using it. But this all comes with time. You understand? This comes with time and figuring out what works for your hair and what don't work for your hair. So another one is grape seed oil. That's pretty much all the oils that I use. Now, when it comes down to essential oils is literally going back over and reiterating what Sister Catalina said. It's coming from a natural plant, and they just broke it down. They stripped the oils out the plant, and they use the oils. So I use Salaki, I use rosemary, tea tree oil, peppermint, lavender, and lemongrass. So those are the oils that I put in my carrier oil in a little bottle, and then I oil my scalp. And of course, as y'all can see, stay drinking water, because if our hair is plants, then we know you got to keep watering that plant. That's putting inside your body so you can see your hair grow from outside your body. So far as that's just about all I use for hair stuff, sisters.
Salakia. Sis, did you bring out the jojoba oil?
Oh no, that's another one that I use, but you can go ahead. You can bring it out.
Jojoba oil. The darker yellow, the better. The darker yellow is it's like potent. Now, and I say pay attention to the color, ladies, because I saw jojoba oil and it was kind of like clear, barely a tint of yellow in it, and I was like, that is not jojoba oil, and no, but it said 100% natural jojoba oil, and I knew that it just didn't look like jojoba oil. So when I read the ingredients, it was cut with like coconut oil, olive oil, just all these different oils, and then it had extra things. So always pay attention to the oil. You have to make sure it's cold pressed, strictly extracted, not cut with anything else. And again, the darker the oil, the more potent.
Sis. Absolutely. And then another thing I wanted to reiterate on, we kind of hit on the weaves and everything last video. So guess what? Now we have to learn an alternative for our hairs. We got to learn what protective styles work for your hair, where you're not pulling and tugging at your hair. Stay out your hair. Find a style that works for you. Do your little braids, do your little twists, do your little yarn braids. But make sure it's something simple that's not pulling at your hair real tight, because that's going to cause your hair to fall out. Keep y'all protective styles up like 4 weeks. I know I'm saying 4 weeks, y'all, but I keep mine up like 2 to 3 months because I don't want to mess with my hair. I just leave it alone as much as possible so I'm not pulling it out. Now, if you're going to be combing your hair, make sure you get a big comb, y'all. Get a big comb or you're going to pull your hair out. Now, one thing I will reveal is I stopped combing my hair when I came into this truth. So I have not put a comb through my hair. I finger detangle, and I literally work through all the knots and the coils in my hair. I don't comb my hair because that pulls your hair out. If y'all didn't know that, it does.
And then also, sis, if I can add to that, make sure if you guys are doing brushes, combs, or anything like that, you gotta read what they're made of, because I found pork in a lot of brushes. So I stick to wood combs. Wood combs are amazing alternatives to combs. So anything that has plastic, you guys better make sure that you read it, because I'm telling you, they're hiding that pork in there. So just to throw that out. Sis, you're on mute. Sis, you're on mute.
Salakia. So that's pretty much it when it comes to like what I specifically do that I've learned that helps me with my hair growth and everything, and retaining it. Find a protective style, keep it moisturized. When you put your moisturizer in, obviously put your oil over it to lock the moisture in. Get you a satin bonnet, keep your hair under some satin. Do not, like, y'all don't know how this gave me anxiety to put my hair out today like this, rubbing up against the sweater, because I understand, like, that was one of my main reasons why my hair wouldn't grow. Like, wearing it on clothes that is rubbing on and is causing friction at the end of your hair and is causing it to break off. So keep a satin bonnet on your head at all times if you can.
And don't cut your hair, ladies. that myth about the split ends and stuff, that goes away. Again, that goes away with what you eat. Like we're talking about topical oils, but don't forget, you get your oils from your natural substances, your avocados, your you know, all the nuts. You know what I'm saying? Always emphasize that part right there. You know, you have to get natural oils on the inside, your omega fatty acids, you know, like all those things. Take that in consideration.
Says, and that's what I said. I was never big on cutting my hair. I just was like, no, I don't want to. I haven't cut my hair, y'all, in at least 7 years. I haven't cut my hair. I just don't cut it because I feel like it don't need it. And I feel like my hair will do what it needs to do on the end. But I did want to share a video so sisters can start to pay attention on the products that you are buying. Make sure these ingredients are not on inside the hair product that you're buying, and it's oil, it's not oils, it's alcohol. They're putting bad alcohols in these hair products, and these alcohols literally like cause cancer. It's toxic. It's literally toxic. And so when you put it in your hair, it's absorbing through the scalp and it's literally going through your body. So I wanted to share a real quick video that I have found earlier to just kind of break it down better. Now, hopefully I can get to this video with no problem, y'all. Okay, I don't know how that happened. Let's go home. Library, history. Let's see. Here it is.
Hi guys! Hope you guys are doing good today. What are the first things that we do when we come across hair care products? Am I the only one who goes to Target or Walmart or any other store knowing good and well that I need milk and cereal, but instead, what do? I go to the hair care aisle. Am I the only one? Even though I'm not buying no hair care products today, I just go, just to go. Okay, whatever. But anyway, typically what we do is we look at the hair care product and we turn around and we look at the ingredients because we want to see, okay, what's in it, what's not in it, any good stuff in there. So basically I want to talk to you guys about the alcohols, the good and the bad alcohols, how they affect our hair, why are they called good and bad, what's the difference, all that jazz, so you can save yourself some time and some money. So let's get started, guys. So let's talk about the bad ones first. The bad ones are known as short chain alcohols. Now, they are called short chain alcohols because they have a low molecular weight, they're small in size, they're typically derived from things like sugar and corn, and they have about 3 or less carbons. Now, here is a molecular model of what one looks like. Alright, so as you guys can see, they're pretty small, right? They're not big, they're not long, they're pretty short. And a lot of hair companies use these alcohols because they allow our hair to dry faster. And you might be thinking, okay, Tanya, that's great, right? My hair's wet, I got things to do, my hair needs to hurry up and get dried faster. That's a good thing, but the downside is that when these alcohols evaporate from our hair, they actually take the water or the moisture from our hair with them. And that's not okay. And basically what that leads to what? Dry hair, frizzy hair, and it can even lift up the cuticle of our hair, which makes our hair prone to tangles and knots and snags, all the stuff that a relaxed, natural transition girl does not want. So you want to be very, very mindful. And here are a few alcohols that I came up with that you want to look out for in your products. So that's just a few of them, and a lot of them can be found in hairsprays and in hair gels as well. So now that that's over with, let's talk about the good alcohols. So the good ones are known as long chain fatty alcohols. Why are they called fatty alcohols? Because they're fat. They're literally fat. They have a larger molecular weight. They're derived from natural sources like coconut and palm, and they typically have 12 or more carbons, so they're a lot longer. So here's a molecular model of what one looks like. Okay guys, so you saw that, right? Like how long it is? They're pretty long. So that's why they're called long chain fatty alcohols. And a lot of hair companies use those alcohols because they're known for thickening the conditioner. Like if you like thick conditioners, a lot of times you'll find those alcohols within them. They're good for emulsification, meaning they allow oil and water to mix into one. And then also they are known for conditioning our hair. Now, my favorite one is cetyl alcohol. You guys might have another favorite one, but here's a list of fatty alcohols to look for in your hair care products. So that's just a small list of fatty alcohols that I found online. Once again, my favorite one is the cetyl alcohol. I love that alcohol. It feels weird saying that. I love that alcohol. And when you're using products that have these alcohols within them, you're gonna have a product that gives you lots of slip, lubrication, moisturization, and it's actually going to form a film around your hair. Now, this is a good thing because you want that film to form around your hair because it's going to absorb and lock in moisture. A lot of times our hair becomes really dry because the water that we put in, as soon as it comes in, it comes right out. So you want something to lock in that moisture, and a lot of times the fatty alcohols I just showed you guys will do exactly that. So guys, we have come to the conclusion of this wonderful video. And I hope this video was very educational and informal for you guys. If you guys already knew this, you guys are geniuses. If you didn't know it, now you know it. So I'm excited. And one tip I will say this, guys, is if you have a conditioner or a moisturizer at home that you absolutely love, let's say it's butyl alcohol. And let's say in the future you're looking for another conditioner or another moisturizer, whatever, look for that specific ingredient in that product because more than likely your hair is going to agree with that product as well. Okay? Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, follow me on Periscope and on Instagram at Charmaine369. I do a segment on Periscope once a week.
So that was edifying to find out about the bad alcohols and the so-called good alcohols. And I call them so-called because she mentioned some so-called good alcohols that's still not so good. Because some of them that she mentioned, y'all, this is the hair product I was telling y'all. This little bottle costs $16. It's called As I Am. It's supposed to be a natural product. And it's got them so-called good alcohols in it that still dries your hair out. So I'm just going to say that. Use wisdom. Use your understanding. Use your medicine precepts, which we're going to go back and get some more of them when it comes to your hair. You know, we can't continue to move in ignorance because we have the living waters right here to lead and guide us and instruct us on overall health, growing our hair back, being submissive wives, understanding why we was created, and so on. So we are going back to get some more precepts before we finish out this video. So
Sister, I just want to make a comment. When I was younger, my hair basically was down to my bottom. And what my grandmother did is she wouldn't wash my hair. She would wash my hair with rainwater. Mm-hmm. And I'm like you. I don't believe in washing my hair every 2 weeks because it dries it out or what have you. And then for conditioner, she would use egg yolk or mayonnaise. You know, the mayonnaise, and rinse it out like that. And, you know, that would straighten, well, because my hair is a certain grade anyway, you know, it's not coarse. So that helped me. Now that I guess I'm older now, it's like my hair is naturally curly, but I like it straight. But my question kind of is flat ironing, is that not healthy? Is that not? No.
No, sis.
No, that's the worst thing you can do to your hair, since you're burning off your good oils, and you are literally like taking out your hair while you're putting on that heat.
Oh, okay. Because Sister Kathleen, my hair is probably like a gray like yours. So, and I don't, for some reason, I don't like all that curl. So, but it's beautiful when it's, I guess, people like it when it's natural. So I'm just trying to find a medium, so.
So sis, I'm gonna have to recommend you back to the last video episode.
No, I want, if you can you send me that link or the name of that video? And because I like I didn't know anything about the good oils and the bad oils. I didn't know that.
But about the flat irons, we really hit on the flat irons in the last video.
Oh, okay.
No flat. That's not our custom. Besides that, it damages the hair. It causes the hair to be weak and brittle. It breaks off. It's not good for our hair.
Okay.
It's not good for our hair.
Thank you.
I've been growing out my hair. So when I came into the truth about, I would say almost 3 years ago, I had like that 80s hair when you had like a little bit of the blonde in between, and it was all just like a little below the ears, I had that kind of cut. But when I came into the truth and I realized that, we can't have blonde, we can't treat our hair like that. What I did was I let it grow to about like my shoulder, and then I just cut it off to cut all the colored that I had in my hair. And then I started doing like a lot more of like the natural, like the rinsing off with like the rice water and the fenugreek. And this was, so I chopped my hair till about right here, you guys, I kid you not. It was like right between the little opening in your ear. I literally was walking around with short hair, and you can't really see it, but and this is what I've grown so far within the course of about 2 years. I got this, and it's braided, and it's kind of high braided up, so it's about right here when I put it down. So I'm telling you, these products work. Natural eating. You're like Sister Zay mentioned, like the powders, the vitamins, the oils, all this stuff works. It's from the earth. So patience.
God.
It takes patience, but just remember what you're doing it for. Health reason should always come first.
God.
So I see a sister on a comment asked the question, and we're going to reiterate that because we kind of brought that out last week. Before we hit the precepts to move forward, let's answer some questions that sisters might have on the live. So Sister Judah Lioness Salakia, she asks, is it bad to flat iron your hair, or is it a sin? Sisters, do anybody got the answer for that?
It's not our custom.
Con.
It's not our custom. We shouldn't be altering what's natural. You shouldn't want to be changing it. If you do change it, if you change something that's not natural, you're pretty much damaging it by altering it. So that's my best.
I agree with you, and I'm gonna pull a precept. To reiterate that, Proverbs 3:31. And this will kind of help answer your question too, Sister Kimberly. It say, envy not thy oppressor and choose none of their ways. That's not, last time I checked, is there anywhere in the Bible where it talked about the daughters of Zion was flat ironing their hair?
No, ma'am.
It's not our custom. It's not our custom. And since it's not our custom, that means we're taking it and we're applying it to us to change the texture of our hair that the Most High gave us. Because that's what we're doing. We're changing it. Because why else are you using a flat iron? It's to change the texture of your hair. It's to straighten your hair.
Yeah.
To change its natural condition of your hair. So it's horrible for the hair. It's not our custom. And yes, I would consider flat ironing your hair transgression of the law because it's not our custom. And I don't know if sisters watched the last video, but if you didn't watch the last video, we kind of went over that in depth. How it damages the hair, how it's bad for the hair, how it's not our custom. And our oppressors, actually, our sister, Madam C.J. Walker created the hot comb. But the reasoning behind that was so that she could look like her oppressors, so that she can blend in. So her hair wouldn't be like this, and that it would be straight, looking like her oppressor. And guess what? They love us when we come around them and our hair is straight like theirs. When we've changed and edited the condition of our hair. So like when they wake up, their hair is like that. When we wake up, our hair is not like that. So why are we changing what the Most High gave us and how he created us? You would have to ask yourself that question. And then if you still think it's okay, then you would have to go into the Bible and find a precept that would support why you're doing what you're doing, because what you don't want to do is being given over to your own heart and your own thoughts. We want to keep the Most High law, statutes, and commandments. And he told us, I'm going to just pull a precept, Psalms 106, 34 through 36, and then we're going to go back and hit the precepts for today's topic. So we don't get that far off topic. So Psalms 106, 34 through 36. All right, and it reads, it says, they did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works and served their idols, which were a snare unto them. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing when we continue to do that. So, all right, let's get back to the precepts for today's topic. We're going back to get more precepts on the medicine, the treatment, the evaluation, and the exacerbation, which is I did not hearken. So sisters, get y'all pens and papers, write down in the column where these precepts should go, because this is all for edification, so we can veer back to the Most High and keep his law, statutes, and commandments. And through doing that, we can gain the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that we need to naturally regrow our hair back without taking anything from a heathen, without taking any of their customs, but embracing who we are and what was given to us, and to grow it back and reverse the curse. So
that's right. Say it again. Thank you. I love that. Embrace you, your best you, you know?
All praises to the Most High. That's right. You gotta love you. Love you. Our people want equality so bad. Equality. Where is it? Where's that in the Bible?
$1,000 for anybody who finds equality in the Bible.
Bring that precept out. Bring that precept out. Come on, let's get edified tonight. Bring out that precept where it says the children of Israel, the daughters of Zion are equal to their oppressor. Bring that precept out. Because last time I checked, see, I want to stay on topic, but let's pull this. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. It say, for thou art a holy people. Let's stop right there. What's holy, sisters? What does it mean to be holy?
Separate.
Fine.
Set apart. Sanctified.
Mm-hmm. Separate. Set apart. So if you're being holy and you're being separate and you're being set apart, that means everything that you're doing, it doesn't match up to what the world is doing. Because guess what? What you're doing, if you're really truly being holy and set apart and separate, it's literally going to match up to the precepts in the Bible. But if you're not, then guess what? Your life is going to look like them back in the world. But I'm gonna keep going. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Wait for it. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. How are you equal if you're above? I'm just trying to figure it out. So we're gonna go right and get the next dose of medicine, which is let's go to Deuteronomy 4:5-7. That always bothered me when I was in the world. And I want to stay on topic, but to see my sister, she hate who she is. She hate who she is. And she's literally mimicking her oppressor. She want to sound like her. She want to talk like her. She want to look like her. She want to dress like her. She want to act like her. And then when you be like, I'm not even going to say it on this live, but why are you acting like you know, not you? What are you talking about? Well, embrace yourself. Love you. Why you got to change you? Why you got to hide that wool? Why? Why?
We've been conditioned for so long.
Yeah, but we've been conditioned, but the Most High, every sister on here and on this live is woke, has woken up. And guess what? Part of our job is to wake our sisters up.
That's right.
Because guess what? We was conditioned to keep the law, statutes, and commandments longer than we've been conditioned to break them.
We gotta separate.
So if we return it back to our natural state, we can't use excuses, because the Most High, we just can't use excuses. We gotta return back and keep the Most High law, statutes, and commandments. So I want to bring out Deuteronomy 4:5-7. It says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Wow. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Hey, that's plain. That's plain. So we can't use excuses. We literally can't use excuses. So
Like, I wasn't using the excuse. I'm just saying, like, while we actually do the things we do because we've been conditioned, you feel me? I wasn't using it as an excuse.
Conscious, but just because I was conditioned to be ignorant, to hate my sister, to be disobedient to my Lord, not to love my children, to abide by the laws that was given to me to my oppressor, does that mean I continue to do it? Or does that mean I acknowledge where I went off and now return back to the Most High?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, nothing.
We gotta come out. It's that mental state of mind. We gotta come out of that. Like when we talk about coming out of the world, it's all everything that you were doing, like that was contrary to the scriptures. We were talking about modesty in the last video. When we were talking about, you still see our sisters, and even within Israel, who want to be wearing the little maxi dresses that shows up all the curves and all that stuff. You should want to still have ties to any of your worldly ways. Does that make sense? So, like,
yeah, I agree with you, child.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, sis.
So this was a good dose of medication right here. Taste this medicine, because this is good for us. This is good for our soul. I'm gonna read it again. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. In the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is wise and a understanding people.
Mhm.
Sisters, that's the dose of medication right there. And it tastes good. It tastes good to me. Like I said earlier, the medicine sometimes is strong and you have to dilute it. So we're going to dilute some of this medication. Let's get the wisdom, which would be Cyrac. I think we pulled that out, but I'm going to bring that back out. Cyrac 38 and 10. It says, leave off from sin and order thy hands aright and cleanse thy heart from all wickedness. That's the wisdom right there. That's instruction. That's our mother teaching us. Just because we was accustomed to it and just because we learned it, well, guess what? Now she's teaching us something new that we should become accustomed to and learn it. Leave off from sin and order thine hands aright and cleanse thy heart from all wickedness. So let's get the evaluation, which is the understanding, which would be Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 5. Yeah, 1 and 5. It says, for the Holy Spirit of discipline will flee deceit and remove from thoughts that are without understanding and will not abide when unrighteousness cometh in. Wow. That's a powerful scripture. The Holy Spirit is not going to dwell in a body that is subject to sin, that doesn't have the understanding, that does not fear the Most High, that does not keep his commandments. So if we can't get the basics of fearing the Lord and keeping his commandments, and then allowing our mother wisdom to instruct and lead and guide us, we'll never get the understanding to depart and flee from sin. You'll never get to that understanding. You'll never get that understanding. You'll remain in darkness. And then we're going to get the exacerbation, which is I did not hearken. Proverbs 17 and 11. It says, a evil man seeketh only rebellion. Therefore, a cruel messenger shall be sent against him. Sisters, give me some examples of a cruel messenger that was sent against us when we were in darkness, not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. To perm your hair, wasn't that a cruel messenger? To perm my hair, because they said perm your hair and now it'll be bone straight, you'll look like your oppressor, and it'll strip your hair and keep you bald headed, but just do that. That evil messenger was sent to me to perm my hair because I was not keeping the Most High law, statutes, and commandments. So guess what? I deserved everything that I got. I got what was coming to me for being rebellious. Any sisters got any more examples to that? Any cruel messenger that was sent to you?
The flat irons, curling irons, shampoo and conditioner.
Put in weave in our hair. Dyeing your hair blonde.
God.
You know what's so crazy? When you read the curses in Isaiah, right? When we were stripped out of all everything that belonged to us because we were cursed. I like to mirror that with the book of Esther, where the women had to be purified how long? Like a year of pampering, right? 6 months with the oils and then 6 months with the... Why? Why? Because Esther came out of captivity.
Yep.
You know, so it's like the same with us. It's like, it's a process, right? Like to come out of these, traditions of men. But it's going to be worth it. If we need to go back to how we are, how we're supposed to be.
And it's a little off topic, but I also wanted to just reiterate the daughters of Zion got hit. What is it that we have in common that happened to us for the most part every single month because we broke the Most High law, statutes, and commandments? Think about that. Every time around that time of the month, the Most High make the daughters of Zion remember this, where you was wicked, where you went off, and understand this curse is still on you. Come on, man.
There goes that
Come on.
iniquity. There
Come
goes that
on.
iniquity. We're in the iniquity, you know?
Gotta be cleansed every single month, man. Come on. We gotta, man.
And there goes
Look.
that ugly smell. That's part of the curses.
Huh?
You know, that ugly smell.
Gotta wake up. We gotta wake up. First of all, wake all the way up, not halfway woke, because halfway woke, you're still asleep. You're still in darkness. We gotta just humble ourselves down because the curse is very well still on us. It's still on us. So the medicine, this is the medicine, y'all. The medicine is coming out. It's coming out. So let's get the next precept. Let's get Proverbs. You know what? Let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 6. Y'all can barely read this right. And I think it's 19 through 20.
What was the chapter?
1 Corinthians chapter 6, 19 and 20. It says, what know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which ye have of Yahweh, and ye are not your own. For ye are bought with a price. Therefore, glorify Yahweh in your body and in your spirit, which are Yahweh's. Y'all, this not our, this vessel, this temple, this is not ours. It's not ours. And when we start to remember that, we're going to start drinking that medicine and getting rid of the ignorance and the curses that's on us. It said to glorify Yahweh in your body. How do you glorify the Most High in your body?
Take care of it.
Take care of it. What you putting inside your body, what you're doing to your body, right? Watch how you're eating. No smoking. If you're smoking, stop smoking, y'all. And just to throw it out there, cigarettes got pork in it. It got pork in it. If sisters didn't know, it's got pork. So you got to leave it alone. Because even if you're like, it's not a sin to smoke. I said this in the past video. Anything that's given to us, y'all, by our oppressors, understand it's a device to destroy you. It's to destroy us.
I need to pass on that wisdom.
We shouldn't even, if you think about it, we shouldn't be inhaling anything that's burnt, that's disintegrating. Like, so I don't see how that's not defiling the temple. Smoking is like the worst thing you can do, you know?
And then you wonder why you can't breathe, wonder why you got COPD, you wonder why you need oxygen, and then you take your oxygen off, you take your little puffs of cigarette, or you smoke your cigarette and then you go get your inhaler and hit your 2 puffs. Come on, man. Come on, y'all.
No.
All right, let's get the treatment. The treatment is the wisdom. Let's go to Romans 12 and 2. It says, be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. What does it mean to be conformed of this world?
Accustomed.
You're definitely not being separate. You blending right on in. Blending right on in. Can't tell you apart. Huh?
Going for hikes.
Con.
Mhm.
You know, I always hated that term. Just go with the motions. Oh, y'all, I used to cut against the grain. I cut against the grain. I could never go with the motions. I could never do it. And then people around me would be like, it's always her. Hey, I was always the one like, wherever the crowd was going, I'm going in the opposite direction. Y'all are off. Y'all can't even use your own brain. But yeah, so I'm gonna read it again. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, sisters. How do we renew our mind?
Keeping alive.
Renewing your mind is opening up this word, these living waters, and then you're going in and you're reading the precepts and you're learning that everything that you was taught is contrary to what the word of the Most High is. So now guess what? You got to debunk all them thoughts, everything that you learn, you got to get it out of your mind and relearn the right way to live, which is keeping the Most High law, statutes, and commandments, which is being set apart, which is being holy. That's how. All right, let's get the understanding. Let's go to Proverbs 3, 7 and 8. It says, be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear Yahweh and depart from evil. It shall be health to thy navel and marrow to thy bones. That's the understanding, sisters. If we can be not wise in our own eyes, fear the Most High and depart from evil, guess what? That's our healing right there. That's your overall healing. That's your overall healing. Now, let's get to exacerbation. So the exacerbation, like I said, is you have a problem. We have a problem, but we're doing something to worsen our problem, meaning we not hearkening. Deuteronomy 28 and 45. All right, 28 and 45, and it reads, Salakia. It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he command thee. Sisters, we have a problem here. We don't fix the problem by keep being rebellious and not hearkening. We just made our problem worse. And by doing that, hey, the Most High, you might lose his grace and be destroyed. So it pays to, we should be thanking the Most High daily for waking us up and bringing us in his truth and taking us out of darkness. Sisters, don't ever think just because we got woke up and brought into this truth that the fight is over, that it's a wrap, that we got salvation. We guarantee you got a spot. We guarantee you got our brick in. No, who said that? What Yahweh Shai say in Matthew? I think Matthew 24 and 13. So he who endures unto the end, the same shall be saved. Let's pull that real quick. Matthew 24, and I believe verse 13. Yep. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So don't think just because you in this truth, because we in this truth, we got it in the bag. What? Jacob's trouble ain't even hit yet. Jacob's trouble hasn't hit yet.
We got to work harder.
God.
That's right. That's right.
This is where, hey, ignite that fire. That
That's
fire
right.
that's there, ignite it.
Mhm.
Increase that zeal. Pray for the Most High to increase your zeal and to increase your fire, man, for him.
Pray that you don't blow out your candle as well. You know, you could blow it out.
Con. So don't ever take this for granted that, oh, I'm awake. Insist not. What? No, we got to be grateful and thank the Most High daily. I always thank the Most High in my prayer. Father, thank you. Continue to use me as a vessel for righteousness. Speak through me as a mouthpiece to speak to the lost sheep, to speak to my sisters, to help lead and guide them back to you, to keep your law, statutes, and commandments. I pray daily. I ask the Most High this daily, not to use my vessel for destruction, fit for destruction, because your vessel could be used fit for destruction instead of fit for righteousness. You could be in this truth and you're in it to be destroyed. And that's what we got to wake up and realize. So if you're in this truth, if you're new to this truth, if you've been in this truth, you should be growing daily. You should be growing. You shouldn't be where you were last week. You shouldn't be where you were a year ago. You shouldn't be where you were 2 years ago. We got to examine ourselves. Examine yourselves and prove to see if you truly in the faith, right? We have to do that daily. Because at any given moment, what account was that? Yashafay, what's the account? Was it Saul when the Most High had snatched his spirit from him and he didn't know it? It's an account about that in the Bible.
Yeah, I think
you think the Most High Spirit is still dealing with you, and he been left you. It's just a matter of time before you get destroyed. So we gotta be praying for grace and mercy and thanking the Most High that we still in this truth and that he keep us in it. So let's get another dose of medication. Let's go to Proverbs 12:1. Proverbs 12, verse 1. Salakia, and it reads, whoso loveth instruction, loveth knowledge, but he that hateth reproof is brutish. Y'all, when I first came to this truth, I didn't like instruction, y'all. I didn't like being told you cannot continue to do what you've been doing. I'm like, what? Y'all had a strong spirit of rebellion on me. It was strong. I felt like that was a generational rebellious curse. For real. Like going way back. But now, look, y'all, I'll be bothering my Lord, like, what? Give me some instruction. What should I do? Am I getting better here? What, do I need to change here? Like, how do you think? I want to know. I'm pulling. He bringing them precepts out. Guess what? Even if he ain't talking to me, I'm right here like this. And then he done. I'll be like, I got all your notes. I got all your precepts right here in my book.
That's so true, sis. And when he's not instructing you, you're just kind of like,
yeah,
you haven't told me to do anything. Like, tell me to do something, because I'm like, but it is important. Like, for any sisters who do have lords and husbands, I like to check in with my husband every now and then, like, hey, how am I doing overall, as a woman? Like, because he tells me, he's so real, like, he tells me, if you want me to continue to love you, then you better work towards your virtue and don't stop, because that's the only way I'm going to love you, and it's true, and it's true. So check in with your Lord. There's nothing wrong with that. How can what areas do I need to work on, and that's only going to benefit you, to be a better daughter of Zion, a better, more obedient towards the Most High, first and foremost,
Con, I got a precept about that too, because sisters, even check this out. Let me pull it real quick. Hebrews 13 and 17, real quick. I just want to bring this to count out real quick. Hebrews 13 and 17. It says, obey them that have rule over you. Wives, obey them that have rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls. So your Lord is watching for your soul. He's watching over your soul. As they that must give an account, they have to give an account to the Most High, how they watched over your soul, what they put into you, what they fed you, how all of that, because it's them that's teaching us. Your Lord is teaching you. Your Lord should be teaching you. If you don't have one, then you should have a counselor that you're listening to. Like, as many prophets out that's bringing out the word, you know. So I'm gonna keep going. It say, as they that must give an account, that they may do it with joy. So, sisters, let's just pause on that real quick. If your Lord right now had to give an account over your soul, is it going to be a joyous report? Is it going to be grievous? Is it going to be okay, you know, just ponder on that.
Well, he's over there. I should go ask him, real quick. No, but you're right, though. I love that you brought that out, because I like to bring that out when people say we should be equal. But that scripture you just brought out proves how, when somebody has rule over you, how is that equal? Like, where is the equality?
Girl.
Beautiful precept.
Let me finish that out. It says that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you. If it's grievous for them, then when they're trying to reprove and rebuke you because you don't went off or you're being wicked, at this point it's unprofitable for you, because you're moving most likely in pride. So your ears is not hearkening to what he's saying and speaking to you. So guess what? It's not profitable for you. You're not learning and taking in nothing that he's saying, because you're in the spirit of pride. We got to understand, when we move in pride, we literally turn our face from the maker, from Yahweh. That's what we do. And it's okay, I know we're getting a little off topic. I'm going to pull this precept and get back on topic real quick. Check this out. I know it's in Apocrypha. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 10 and 12. And I think I brought that out earlier, but check this out. This went under I did not hearken. So Ecclesiastes, this is what you don't want to do, sisters. This is a good example on what not to do. 10 and 12. It says, and we can kind of go down a little bit too. It says, the beginning of pride is when one departed from Yahweh and his heart is turned away from his maker. That's, man. So sisters, the beginning of pride is when one departed from Yahweh and his heart is turned away from his maker. That spirit of pride. We got to be careful. We got to be careful not to move like that. But okay, so I brought out, where did I stop at? I brought out Proverbs
12 and 1.
12 and 1. Let me check this off, y'all, because my notes is a little bit confusing me. Okay, and I did the Romans 12 and 2. So let's get the wisdom, the treatment, which is the wisdom, would be Joshua 1 and 8. All right, Joshua 1 and 8. It say, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. And then, not before. So standing these precepts, meditating these precepts, you know, we're cleansing our spirit, we're building our spirit up to be moving in righteousness. So the evaluation, which is the understanding, would be Proverbs 19:21. It said, there are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of Yahweh, that shall stand. This is the counsel right here, y'all, all up and through these precepts. That's your understanding. This is your understanding, it's right in here. And then exacerbation, which is I did not hearken, is Proverbs 28:9. It says, he turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayers shall be an abomination. We can't turn our ear, we can't cut it on and cut it off when we want to. Cut it on when we hear something that's satisfying to the spirit, and cut it off when we get reproved or rebuked. Because guess what? Even your prayers that you're sending up to the Most High is an abomination unto him. So we got to stay away from that, sisters. Proverbs 10:8 will be another dose of medication. It says, the wise in his heart will receive commandments, but the prating fool shall fall. We're going to receive the words the Most High is telling us. That's the medication to our healing. That's the medication to our problems, y'all. Hosea 6:1 is the wisdom, which is the treatment. It say, come, come and let us return unto the Lord, for he hath torn and he will heal us. He hath smitten and he will bind us up. That's that instruction, that guidance. We just got to return back to the Most High. The understanding, which is the evaluation, is 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Says, prove all things, hold fast that which is good. That's your understanding right there. That's your understanding. You know how much better we would be off if we proved everybody and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? What you say, sis?
We got to prove ourselves first.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We got to stay doing that. Stay proving ourselves. Okay. And let me check this off. The exacerbation, which is I did not hearken, is James 4:17.
So my question is, I'm gonna dip out. I'll catch up with you guys on the chat.
Okay.
But the water for the edification to all the sisters who brought stuff out, and of course, through for the precepts as well. So I'll see you guys on the next live.
Shalawam, sir.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Okay, so James 4:17. It say, therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin. So if we know to do good, if we know to keep the Most High law, statutes, and commandments, and we don't do it to us, that's transgression of the law. Now, I got a couple more precepts that'll fall under medication, and then that will conclude tonight's video. So let's just quickly go to Matthew. Let's go to Proverbs 16:3.
We walking through Proverbs tonight.
Full of wisdom and instruction and understanding. So Proverbs 16:3, it say, commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. So the way we move, how we think, everything that we do, if we commit ourselves to the Most High, guess what? Our very thoughts will be established. Sirach 1:28. or Sirach 1:18, Salakia.
Sirach 1 and what?
18.
18, okay.
It says, the fear of the Lord is a crown of wisdom, making peace and perfect health to flourish, both which are the gifts of Yahweh, and it enlarges their rejoicing that love him. So having a peace of mind, your thoughts not being vexed, that's a gift from the Most High. Being in perfect health, that's a gift from the Most High. We just got to commit ourselves to him. And then the last precept is Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 12. And this sums it all up, sisters. So we brought out the herbs that you can eat. Sister Catalina brought out the herbs. I brought out moisturizers and oils that you can, you know, put in your hair to help your hair to grow. But ultimately, this is the answer right here. Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 12. For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things. So sisters, with that being said, it's these living waters. The medicine is in here. It's in here. And it will teach us how to become restored and start to reverse the curses that's upon us and to be changed and be healed. It's all right here in his word, keeping the Most High law, statutes, and commandments. And that is all that I have for tonight, sisters. Any questions or comments before we end it?
Wonderful, wonderful session.
And all praises to the Most High. I hope this was edifying. Shalawam to everybody tuning in on the live. Wish everybody a happy early Shabbat and a blessed weekend. Y'all, I'm just gonna put it out there. I know sisters shouldn't even be thinking about New Year's Eve or none of that, but the Most High, he's sending his death angels out there. So don't get the temptation to be drawn back into the world over this wicked holiday that's approaching very quickly, sisters. Stay girded up, stay in this truth, stay in your precepts, keep building your spirit up, encourage your sisters, continue to wake your sisters up, because we at the end, it's wrapping up, y'all. So stand firm. And I got a little quick song I want to share. I'm probably not even gonna play the whole song, just to, you know, end it with a nice little melody real quick.
You're not gonna sing for us?
Oh no. Where is it at? Hold on. Let me see. Okay, it's down here. Okay, there it is, sisters. So that's the whole column. I'm gonna read them 2 precepts. That's our crown, y'all. That's our glory. That's what we waiting on, right? So 1 Corinthians 9 and 25 say, every man that striving for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we do it to obtain an incorruptible crown. We want salvation. We want the kingdom, right? 2 Peter 1 and 10, wherefore rather, brethren, give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. For if you do these things, my sisters, ye shall never fail. So that's just a little inspiration and a little motivation. And here's a song that ended out. All right, sisters, that concludes it. No looking back into the world. Let's keep our eyes focused on the Most High, keeping His law, statutes, and commandments. I love all my sisters. I love all of y'all, and Shalawam.
Love you.
Love you
Shalom.
too. Thank
Love
you,
you too.
sis.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Y'all welcome. Shalawam.